WCBI News at 6 starts now.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us. A homicide investigation is underway tonight in Tupelo after police found 2 people dead inside a house. There are 2 crime scenes tonight and many unanswered questions. Our Tommy Lopez has been following this story. He joins us now in the studio with the very latest. Tommy.
Tupelo police say it looks like these 2 men had been shot inside a Tupelo house. Tonight, friends and family are remembering the lives of 2 men who were trying to start careers in music. Many know Timothy Butler and Andrew Robinson as the rap duo Young Superstar Rich and Rich Fly DeDon. They recently released this music video, which they filmed at the house where they were found dead today. Lee County Coroner Carolyn Green has ruled their deaths as homicides. Butler, who's in the picture on the left, was 25 years old. Robinson, on the right, was 26. Any final ruling on how they died would have to come from an autopsy.
Carolyn Green with the Lee County Coroner's Office, and she indicated that she has met with the family of the victims and has explained the process to them.
The house where police found their bodies is at the corner of West Jackson and Park Streets in Tupelo. Police say they went there around 4 o'clock this morning. Many people posted to social media today. One person says, "I'm so shocked, I can't even function right now." Another commented, "Man, the good die young." And another says, "Why can't I stop crying, man?" Tupelo police say an investigation into shots fired on the other side of town is related to their deaths. Officers came here to the Hilldale apartment complex just after 8:30 this morning. They say they didn't find anyone who had been hit by gunfire. And we spoke with Timothy Butler's uncle today. He says he's heartbroken to hear his nephew died. If you know anything about what might have happened today, police ask that you call them or this number here on your screen, which is for Northeast Mississippi Crime Stoppers.
All right, Tommy Lopez in our studio with that story. An afternoon house fire in Nettleton leaves 1 person dead. WCBI's Quentin Smith is there. He joins us now live with the very latest. Quentin?
Andrea, I'm here on Burgess Drive in Nettleton, and Lee County Coroner Carolyn Green has confirmed that 1 person has died in a house fire in this home behind me. Now, as you can see, the scene is clear now, but that wasn't the case an hour ago. Now, we know firefighters arrived to the scene at 3 o'clock for this tragic fire. And now at this time, the victim's name isn't being released due to a pending notification of family members. Now, we were able to speak with neighbors, and they say the victim is a male and he's 67 years old. Now, the cause of this fire still remains unknown. The state fire marshal is currently investigating this house fire. And again, 1 person has died from this house fire. There's no other reported injuries from this incident. And we'll continue to follow this situation, and we'll bring you more details as they become available. But for now, reporting live in Nettleton, Quentin Smith, back to you in the studio.
All right, Quentin, thanks so much for that update. Police are looking for 2 suspects who tried to rob a convenience store in Columbus last night. Police say 2 masked men tried to get inside the Sprint Mart at 712 Highway 45 North just before 11 Wednesday night, but found out that workers had locked the doors as they were preparing to shut down for the night. The pair then fled the area. Police, along with deputies and the MHP, combed the area for the suspected thieves, but they didn't find them. If you know anything about this incident, call Golden Triangle Crime Stoppers. That number is 1-800-530-7151. The week-long search for a missing man in Webster County is over tonight. 26-year-old William Joshua Allred, known as Josh to family and friends, was found in the woods earlier this afternoon. Webster County investigator Landon Griffin tells us a man was checking on a fire and found Allred severely dehydrated and lying in the middle of a logging road off of Green Door Road. Allred's older brother says Josh takes medication for bipolar disorder and hadn't been without it since Sunday.
My mother passed away in September of last year, and he wanted to visit the graveside by himself. Daddy asked him, can I stay with you? And he said, no, I want to be by myself. So they dropped him off about 5 o'clock, and he said, leave me for a little while and come back. And they came back about 6:30, and he was gone. And that's the last time anybody's seen him.
Investigators say that Allred was reported missing Monday. He was discovered a mile from the search zone. Well, the search was concentrated around the Mount Zion Church gravesite where he was last seen. Agencies from 2 counties joined forces today in that operation. WCBI's Jory Talley joins us live in the studio with more on the search and rescue mission. Jory.
Andrea, Webster County investigator Landon Griffin says it's a happy day in Webster County. Although Allred was found hours after search efforts took off, it wasn't as easy as it may seem.
Investigators and search and rescue teams from Webster and Calhoun County led today's search.
Anytime any county calls us for assistance, and it goes both ways, I can call the sheriff's office here and they would be there for me in a moment's notice. You know, we're a small organization. They're a small organization. We have to help each other on a daily basis, and we do.
Calhoun County did exactly that, even though rescuers faced obstacles along the way.
The environment's not helping either. The wind and things of that nature. You won't be able to hear hardly in the woods because of the wind blowing through the trees. The sound's going to be an issue. It's going to be various different things that's going to cause problems for us,
including someone's state of mind and health.
It's never an easy task, but when you throw in mental health issues with it, it does compound it.
People with mental health have to take medicine, and when someone like Allred goes without it, things become even more unpredictable.
When it arises to a mental health issue, we do take that pretty seriously, and we do try to find the person. We do search for anybody missing that you do report missing. When it comes to any mental health issues, we take that into special consideration.
That special consideration is what led searchers to Allred and a happy ending to an unknown situation.
This was the last place he was seen, and to cover all our bases and anything, I don't want something to have happened to him and him be in the woods and need help, and we didn't conduct the search to look for him. So that's what we're here for.
Griffin also says Allred's level of health and tonight's low temperatures would have made it impossible for him to survive. Andrea?
Glad there's a happy ending to that story. Jory Talley with that story in our studio. Time for a first look at our forecast now. Here's Chief Meteorologist Keith Gibson for that. Keith.
Well, Andrea, right now here in Columbus, we're looking at temperatures into the 60s, about 63 degrees here in Columbus. You can see a pretty nice skyscape across our region right now. A big wind field with the system moving across the country, so we're still gusting over 25 miles per hour. And temperatures right now into the 60s, low 60s at that. So as we go throughout the evening, sunny now, and then later on tonight, we're clear 52, around 40 tonight, more in just a few minutes.
All right, Keith, thanks a lot. A makeover to a historic business district and an extension to a popular trail in Columbus call for a celebration. This morning, Visit Columbus hosted a ribbon cutting for 2 projects, the Riverwalk extension and improvements to Catfish Alley. The Riverwalk project extends the trail for 1,000 feet along the Tenton River and underneath the Highway 82 bridge. Meanwhile, in Catfish Alley, there's now a concrete path, landscaping, lighting, and other amenities to improve the overall appearance. Officials from the Department of Transportation were among guests who celebrated those improvements.
This alley has so much rich cultural history for the African American community in the South that it is very important because you know, we learn from our past and it makes us better in the future.
We have had people taking pictures, we've had people wanting to get married up on this landing, and we're excited to welcome them. It just is the Catfish.
Catfish Alley was once the center of African American business and culture in downtown Columbus. Well, a hometown favorite is getting ready to take the stage at the Amory Railroad Festival. You're looking at live pictures now from Amory. We'll go there right after the break. Welcome back, everyone. An Amory native who hit it big a year ago as the winner of the final American Idol is back in his hometown. WCBI's Allie Martin is live from Amory with more on that. Allie.
Thank you. We're here in Frisco Park, the side of the Amory Railroad Festival. Now you can hear on the main stage just to my left. Check. Yes, that's right. Things were a little bit late. Now later on tonight, Trent Harmon will perform a full set with his band. He's excited about that. And we caught up with the last American Idol as he flew into Tupelo. We also talked to some locals who've known him for a long time. and they're proud of their hometown hero. Trent Harmon stepped off of the Contour Airlines flight from Nashville Tuesday evening and posed for photos with fans.
I told him you like to sing, so.
Meeting and greeting fans is a big part of his life since winning the final season of American Idol 1 year ago. Now Harmon travels a lot promoting his music.
A lot of radio, you know. I'm trying to make as many friends as I can in the country format. It's very important for a new artist. And I think that every new artist, no matter what genre, should try to make friends with the people that will or will not be playing their music.
The 26-year-old definitely has a lot of friends and family in his hometown of Amory. In fact, 72 hours before the show at the Railroad Fest, spots were already being reserved at Frisco Park, and the stage hadn't even been set up. Those who have known Harmon long before he became the last American Idol say he is a hard worker, humble, and a man of strong Christian faith.
Like I said, he's just an original, down-to-earth Christian guy that's got a great family, and we just, you know, we couldn't be happier for him and his family.
There are just so many people that have reached out to me on social media just telling me how much Trent's music and his love and compassion towards people have changed them in their lives and given them hope. I mean, just people that, you know, are maybe in a hospital and Trent has reached out to them and spoken to them. I know there was one young man that was getting ready for surgery, and Trent reached out to him and said, "Hey, come on, let's go sing together."
Now, Trent is just wrapping up his sound check. Opening ceremonies will start in just a moment. He promises a big show with a lot of new material. He says, what better place to try out new material than a hometown crowd. For now, we're live in Amory at the Railroad Festival. We'll send it back to you in the studio.
All right, Allie. Maybe Allie will Facebook it live so you can see the action, too, if you didn't get to make it out to Amory. Keith?
No, we can't do that, Andre. They got to go buy tickets. Or no, it's free. It's free. You got to go out there and buy food. That's what you need to do tonight. And maybe bring a jacket, too, because we're currently cool. We'll be even cooler later this evening. Full forecast is next.
Your first alert weather forecast with Chief Meteorologist Keith Gibson.
Let's go to Tupelo with our Alpha Insurance time-lapse today. You can see these friendly cumulus clouds dancing across the sky. Absolutely picture perfect out there. It has been breezy, yes, it has been cool, but it's really shaping up to be a pretty nice evening overall. No major system in the region kicking up storms or anything like that. 63 degrees, sustained wind at 14. We've been gusting higher today. Those winds will gradually subside later on this evening. Here's our weekend now. It's Thursday. We still have to get through Friday, but the weekend, we're focused on the weekend. Saturday, 73, tons of sun. A morning frost is possible in parts of the region, especially in far northeast Mississippi and in those low-lying sheltered spots. We're thinking maybe a shot at some mid-30s. Around 80 on Sunday, dry and warm. Get out there, make the most of it. So currently in the region, we have some low and mid-50s to the northeast, even a few 40s there in the Appalachians. But farther southwest, we got 70s. And that's the warmer air that will gradually build back in here. Now, it's still quite windy around the region because of that big area of low pressure in the northeast, and that wind will gradually slacken off later tonight from the northwest at 5 to 10. Later on this evening, still breezy now. Later on, it will be a little bit better. 39 degrees, our forecast average. Some of you will be only in the low 40s. Some of you will dip into the upper 30s, but let's just ballpark it around 40 tonight. And mid to upper 60s around the region for our Friday here in northeast Mississippi and West Alabama. Tons of sunshine here. As we close out the work week, it's looking pretty nice here. Now, yesterday we had a lot of rough weather in the region. And remember, Monday and Tuesday, we're seeing it was all going to be east of our area, and it actually was. From central Alabama into Georgia, the Carolinas, this is all of the severe weather that has been reported thus far. Wow, what a big system that was. That's why we still have the wind right now. This thing is so big, and it's still kicking up showers and storms in New England right now. On the back side of it, it's cold enough to support wet, sloppy snow in the Great Lakes, southern lower Michigan right now. But we have high pressure out here across the high plains, and that's moving on in here for this weekend. So here's Futurecast in with high pressure. We may not see a cloud or many clouds tomorrow into your Saturday or Sunday. Our next chance of rain is going to be with that weakening front sometime early next week, Tuesday or Wednesday. It will not be a severe weather maker, and at this point we don't see a major system coming in the next 7 days. That's certainly good news after how much weather we've had around here of late. So pretty nice weather for the weekend. There's that frost threat Saturday morning, but we'll moderate into the low 80s Sunday and Monday.
Coming up, we'll revisit last night's thrilling finish at Dudy Noble and preview the weekend in SEC baseball. That's coming up next in sports.
WCBI Sports with Robbie Donahoe is brought to you by your local Ford dealers. Go further.
Well, there's arguably been no hotter baseball player anywhere in the world than Brent Rooker. The Mississippi State junior has been on a ridiculous tear at the plate in recent weeks. Since March 12th, Rooker has been batting over 400 with 9 home runs and 31 RBIs. By the way, that's in 16 games, so he's at least getting a half a homer on pace for that every single game. That's ridiculous, and that continued last night. In case you didn't stay up late to see it, Mississippi State went into extra innings against Florida International at Dudy Noble Field, and in the 10th inning, with 1 runner on, guess what Brent Rooker did? Well, he's doing what he's been doing all month, basically. Going to right center, out. A walk-off 2-run shot in the bottom of the 10th. It was Rooker's 2nd home run of the night, his 12th of the season, as the Bulldogs won their 8th game out of 9 in a 9-7 victory over the Golden Panthers. Rooker was named the National Collegiate Baseball Writers Association Player of the Month, and for good reason. He currently leads the SEC, and get this, in batting average, slugging percentage, on-base percentage, hits, RBIs, doubles, home runs, and total bases, and he leads the SEC in taking his shirt off after games. Why he did that, I don't know, but it's Brent Rooker's world. He can do whatever he wants. And the Bulldogs will be in action this weekend, taking on 10th-ranked Kentucky. It's former assistant coach Nick Mingione's new team that he commands. Friday to Saturday will be 6 p.m. first pitch time. Sunday at 1. All these games will be online-only broadcast, but we'll have the highlights for you every night. For Ole Miss, they will be in action against Alabama. A good chance to get 2 or 3 for the Rebels at the very least. Friday and Saturday, Sunday, you see all those game times. Sunday's game will be on TV. So we'll have those highlights every night for you right here on WCBI Sports. To high school football, you could add another school from our area looking for a new head coach. Ken Chandler has decided to take a new position at Kirk Academy and leave Bruce High after 1 season. Chandler led the Trojans to a 4-8 record in 2016 and an appearance in the 2A playoffs. Bruce will be on their 3rd head coach in 3 seasons for the 2017 season after the departure of longtime head coach James Ray in 2015. Bruce joined Smithville and Caledonia as head coaching openings thus far right now from our viewing area. At New Hope on Wednesday, senior Lenoria Abrams signed her letter of intent to continue her basketball career at Northeast. The talented athlete averaged 14 points and 8 rebounds during her final season with the Lady Trojans. She has steadily improved her points per game in each season that she played at New Hope. So congratulations to Lenoria. And a tradition unlike any other began today. The annual Masters Tournament in Augusta, Georgia teed off without the legendary Arnold Palmer, who passed away in September. Augusta National Chairman Billy Payne escorted Palmer's widow, Kit Gothrop, with not a dry eye watching. That includes Gary Player and Jack Nicklaus. Both of them participated in the ceremonial tee shot at Augusta. It was the first Masters since 1954 without the leader of Arnie's Army, as you can see right there, Gary Player putting one right down the middle, and Jack Nicklaus, the Golden Bear, would do just that as well. Every patron who entered the gates Thursday received a commemorative I am a member of Arnie's Army badge. Very, very cool to see. They're still in action at the Masters. We'll give you a full leaderboard of who's on top coming up tonight at 10 on WCBI Sports. But that is it for sports. Keith has a last look at your forecast when we return.
I think I said Monday evening that I was looking forward to the weekend, and now as we get closer and closer, the weekend forecast looks even better. Tons of sunshine here. Cool now, but will be pretty nice Saturday and Sunday. There's a lot of happenings
There's
going
a
on
lot
around
going
here.
on. We've got the Amory Railroad Festival.
Yes, Cotton District Art Festival.
Super Bulldog Weekend in Starkville.
That's right, and Ole Miss and MSU both playing home baseball game series this weekend.
So there really should be no weather complaints at all, right?
No complaints. I've closed the complaint department.
All right, just a little early start in the morning. We'll be live from the Cotton District Arts Festival on mid-morning at 9 o'clock, bringing you a preview of all of that, plus Super Bulldog Weekend. So be sure to join us for that at 9 in the morning.
Exciting stuff.
All right, that is the news at 6. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday evening.